We've all seen protagonists with a revival cheat, but usually dying is their last resort. What happens when a protagonist treats dying like a daily chore to level up? Today, we're looking at global reincarnation, becoming a god with my unlimited revive. It's a global transmigration story with an awesome, chaotic premise, but the execution might just leave you lost in translation. Every human on Earth is suddenly transformed into a summoned monster and dropped into another world. Everyone gets exactly one life and one basic starting ability, like a fire arrow or a minor shield. Everyone except our MC, Li Xuan. He rolls the unlimited revive system. Every single time he dies, he reincarnates into a brand new random animal and permanently keeps his previous abilities. His entire battle strategy quickly becomes, if the fight isn't going my way, it'll just self-destruct, respawn, and collect a new superpower. Now, you might think this is just another trash, completely broken OP system novel, and you aren't entirely wrong. But the mechanics are actually surprisingly grounded. The MC can't just spam suicide to get 1,000,000 powers. His skill capacity is strictly limited by his soul strength. In the early chapters, he can only hold 5 skills at a time until he finds rare resources to upgrade his soul. Plus, the skills he inherits start out weak. He actually has to hunt down magical herbs, fruits, and resources to cultivate them. It gives the power progression a really nice, satisfying loop. While the concept is a 5-star idea, the execution hits a massive roadblock when it comes to the actual text. Despite the translation group's name, the English prose feels heavily like unedited machine translation. The grammar is surprisingly intact, but the phrasing is incredibly rigid and broken. The characters talk in a super generic, borderline cringy way that completely strips the tension out of what should be epic moments. If you have a low tolerance for stiff, robotic dialogue, your brain might short-circuit trying to read 470 chapters of this. If you can squint past the rough translation, the payoff is pretty fun. The story eventually builds up to a massive scale where Li Xuan grows into an untouchable, godlike calamity. The synergy of him combining a dozen different monster traits makes for some great action, culminating in the synopsis scene where he gets accidentally summoned by a desperate princess and completely stuns a literal army of millions of monsters just by showing up. Final verdict, 3.5/5 stars. The novel leans closer to a 4 for its unique take on the reincarnation checklist, but drops down heavily because of the poor readability. It's the perfect junk food novel to skim through when you want a fun, low-effort power fantasy, but don't expect literary gold from the dialogue. If you were turned into a summoned monster right now, what animal and baseline ability are you hoping to roll? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button so we can keep diving into the best and worst translations the web novel world has to offer. See you in the next spawn pool.